Join me as I dive deep into the world of TQQQ stocks and try to predict if there's an explosion coming in 2025. The TQQQ stock, or ProShares UltraPro QQQ, is a leveraged ETF designed to amplify the performance of the Nasdaq 100 index. This means if the Nasdaq 100 goes up, TQQQ aims to go up even more, and if it goes down, TQQQ will likely go down even harder. 2025 is shaping up to be a pivotal year for TQQQ, with many investors keeping a close eye on tech stocks and their potential for explosive growth. Investing in leveraged ETFs like TQQQ comes with significant risks, particularly volatility. These funds use debt to amplify their returns, which can lead to huge losses if the market moves against them. For example, during a market downturn, TQQQ can lose a substantial portion of its value quickly. This makes it crucial for investors to have a high risk tolerance and a solid understanding of the market. Another risk associated with TQQQ is market fluctuation. The Nasdaq 100 is heavily weighted towards tech stocks, which can be notoriously volatile. A single bad earnings report or regulatory change can send the entire index tumbling, and TQQQ will likely follow suit. This volatility can be stomach-churning for some investors, making it essential to have a long-term perspective. Furthermore, the compounding effect of leveraged ETFs can work against investors over time. Daily returns can compound in a way that deviates from the performance of the underlying index, leading to a divergence in expected versus actual returns. This means even if the Nasdaq 100 performs well over a long period, TQQQ might not perform as expected due to these compounding effects. The performance of TQQQ in 2025 will likely be influenced by several factors, including economic indicators. A strong economy with low unemployment and rising GDP can boost tech stocks, as it often leads to increased consumer and business spending on technology. Conversely, an economic downturn can see investors fleeing to safer assets, hurting TQQQ. Technology sector trends will also play a crucial role in TQQQ's performance. The ongoing advancements in AI, cloud computing, and cybersecurity could drive growth for tech companies in the Nasdaq 100, thereby boosting TQQQ. However, any significant shift in tech trends could negatively impact the fund. Interest rates are another critical factor. Higher interest rates can make borrowing more expensive for companies and consumers, potentially slowing down economic growth and hurting tech stocks. On the other hand, lower interest rates can stimulate economic growth, which might boost TQQQ. The regulatory environment is also worth keeping an eye on. Tech companies are increasingly under scrutiny from regulators worldwide, which could impact their growth prospects and, by extension, TQQQ's performance. Based on current trends and expert opinions, there are arguments for both a potential explosion and a decline in TQQQ's value in 2025. Some analysts believe that the tech sector will continue to grow, driven by innovations in AI and other technologies, which could propel TQQQ to new heights. However, others warn of a tech bubble forming, which could burst and cause significant losses for investors in TQQQ. Looking at historical data, TQQQ has shown a pattern of significant growth during bull markets, but it also tends to lose substantial value during downturns. This pattern suggests that timing is everything when investing in TQQQ. Ultimately, whether TQQQ explodes or declines in 2025 will depend on a complex interplay of factors, including economic conditions, tech sector trends, and regulatory changes. Investors should proceed with caution and consider their risk tolerance. To make an informed decision, it's essential to stay updated on market analysis and expert forecasts. Keeping an eye on economic indicators, tech trends, and regulatory news will help investors navigate the potential risks and opportunities associated with TQQQ. In conclusion, TQQQ presents both significant risks and opportunities. Its performance in 2025 will hinge on various factors, including economic conditions, tech sector trends, and interest rates. Investors should weigh these factors carefully and consider their investment goals and risk tolerance. If you have any thoughts on TQQQ or its potential in 2025, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. For more insights into stock market trends and analysis, be sure to check out my previous videos.